Hello everyone, I am Thomas Believer, and I am here to represent the followers of Loaf. I am here before your lesson to present the community a forewarning. In this video, I downright disgrace the Loaf and step into a very primitive and immature state. But the subject matter in this video is very difficult to talk about and is very painful amongst the Loaf community. If you would not like to see me step into a very primitive state, I'd recommend you do not watch this video. But if you would like to learn about the Loaf to its fullest extent, because what is taught in this video specifically is very important, I'd recommend you watch this video anyways. This is Thomas Believer. Praise the Loaf. It's a rainy day. Thunder roars throughout the sky. Lightning strikes quickly and relentlessly. I stood outside admiring the rain for quite some time. It's amazing how something so damaging and unholy can be so beautiful. One of the hardest to truly hate. Mainly because, oh, look at it. It's so beautiful it hurts. The damp feeling, cooling sensation. It feels so good, so peaceful. Like a lot of things in this world, once you find out the awful truth behind it, the once beautiful thing becomes truly sickening. Allow me to explain. Today's lesson is rather lengthy to make up for my long absence. I apologize in advance. I'll be rather emotional during this lesson because this one's particularly hard to talk about. This is a very dark point, and this is something that's very difficult to talk about for the entirety of the Loaf community. This is not a me thing. This is a very sad and tragic thing. The first thing that should be explained to understand why rain is so evil is to understand Loaf incarnations. Loaf incarnations are very important. Loaf incarnations are the various forms of the Loaf that has appeared throughout human history. And to this date, he has appeared 9 times. The Loaf manifests himself into a physical being on this earth when the prayers to him are strong enough to allow him to form. With enough support, he can do it. It's been done. No one has quite seen, well, I can't say no one has quite seen, but we've been told that the forming of the Loaf, well, I can't even say we've been told. We assume that the forming of the Loaf is a blinding flash of light that's beautiful and majestic. And then he's just kind of there. We cannot say for sure, because those who have looked directly at the forming of the Loaf have exploded into a fiery mess of blood and organs. This is a fact that has been proven time and time again. But this is something I would gladly be transformed into a pile of blood and guts onto the floor to witness. How it's a truly beautiful thing. Unfortunately, the cruelness of humanity plays a part once again, for these incarnations never last very long. The cruel, undeserving humans smite the Loaf in his early physical stages before he's truly collected all of his powers. While he's weak, they circle around like vultures, waiting to strike him. No incarnation has ever lasted more than 4 days. 4 days isn't even enough to get yourself up to 50% power. Get the Loaf up. The last documented incarnation was number 9. It was terminated sometime in the late 20th century. I'm sure a lot of you are asking, how does any of this relate to rain? This is where the painful part comes in. The Loaf, when he is not manifest into a physical form, he resides far above us. The simple-minded heathens refer to the place where he resides as space. We, the followers of the Loaf, the advanced people on this hellhole, refer to this place as the Fields of Agony. Why the Fields of Agony? Well, this is where the Loaf is held down, beaten, and tortured in an attempt to keep him weak and powerless. He is whipped with great fury by a man held very highly. No, he's more than a man, he's a god. The heathens refer to this god as Jesus Christ. His strikes are so powerful. His hatred for the loaf is so strong. He slams the whip down onto him, and the loaf weeps in pain. The loaf's tears fall upon this earth, and these tears are what the heathens refer to as rain. Thunder and lightning are his roars, his shakes, his attempts to escape. These tears fall upon this earth, fertilizing our crops, filling our oceans, giving everything a sweet, sleek, and often beautiful or dramatic look. This is why rain is so painful, for what on the surface appears to be nature's beauty is truly the agony of the one we all draw all of our beings to. Now, many of you, I'm sure, are questioning this, and perhaps have the audacity to even call it false. You say rain is part of a natural cycle, or you say select human beings have been to space, and it's clearly not what you've described it as. But the response to this skepticism is simple. You were lied to, brainwashed. You are a corrupted drone, living in a society that is designed to eliminate the loaf from history and the popular conscience. And unfortunately, for the most part, this system has succeeded. That is why I'm here, to prove these lies false, to speak out against the political bigots, to tear down these mental barriers built inside of you, that keep you away from the light of the loaf, and most of all, to destroy the walls and break down every last defense of this loafless hellhole we call a society. That is why I'm here. That is why I spread the word. That is my purpose. Oops.